Today we are reading the first book of Enoch, or the Ethiopian book of Enoch, chapters 26 through 36, and this will complete the book of the Watchers. So this is the first part of the Ethiopian book of Enoch, and we're completing the first part of it, that's the book of the Watchers. So here we go, y'all, diving right in. Jerusalem and the mountains, ravines and streams. And I went from there to the middle of the earth, and I saw a blessed place, in which there were trees with branches abiding and blooming. And there I saw a holy mountain. Underneath the mountain to the east there was a stream, and it flowed toward the south. And I saw towards the east another mountain higher than this, and between them a deep and narrow ravine, and in it also ran a stream underneath the mountain. And to the west thereof there was another mountain, lower than the former, and of small elevation, and a ravine deep and dry between them. And another deep and dry ravine was at the extremities of the three mountains, and all the ravines were deep and narrow, being formed of hard rock, and trees were not planted on them. And I marveled at the rocks, and I marveled at the ravine. I marveled very much. The purpose of the accursed valley. Chapter 27. Then I said, for what object is this blessed land? So what is this blessed land for, which is entirely filled with trees, and this accursed valley between? Then Oriel, this is the angel Oriel here. Then Oriel, one of the holy angels who was with me, answered and said, this accursed valley is for those who are accursed forever. Here shall all the accursed be gathered together, who utter with their lips against the Lord unseemly words, and of his glory speak hard things. Here shall they be gathered together, and here shall be their place of judgment. And in the last days there will be upon them the spectacle of righteous judgment in the presence of the righteous forever. Here shall the merciful bless the Lord of glory, the eternal King. Here shall they be gathered together, and here shall be the place of their habitation. In the final times, in the days of the true judgment, in the presence of the righteous forever, here shall the godly bless the Lord of glory, the eternal King. In the days of judgment over the former, they shall bless him for the mercy in accordance with which he has assigned them their lot. Then I blessed the Lord of glory, and set forth his glory, and praised him gloriously. Chapter 28. Further journey to the east. And from there I went towards the east, into the midst of the mountain range of the desert. And I saw a wilderness, and it was solitary, full of trees and plants. And water gushed forth from above, rushing like a copious watercourse, which flowed towards the northwest. It caused clouds and dew to ascend on every side. Chapter 29. And from there I went to another place in the desert, and approached to the east of this mountain range. And there I saw aromatic trees, excelling the fragrance of frankincense and myrrh. And the trees also were similar to the almond tree. Chapter 30. And beyond these I went far to the east, and I saw another place, a valley full of water. And therein was a tree, the color of fragrant trees such as the mastic. And on the sides of those valleys I saw fragrant cinnamon, and beyond these I proceeded to the east. And I saw chapter 31, and I saw other mountains, and amongst them were groves of trees, and there flowed from them nectar, which is named Sarara and Galbanum. And beyond these mountains I saw another mountain to the east of the ends of the earth, a mountain to the east of the ends of the earth, whereon were aloe trees. It's a lot of trees. And all the trees were full of stacta, being almond trees. And when one burnt it, it smelt sweeter than any fragrant odor. Chapter 32. And after these fragrant odors, I looked towards the north. Over the mountains I saw 7 mountains full of choice nard, spikenard, I guess, and fragrant trees, and cinnamon and pepper. To the northeast I beheld 7 mountains full of choice spikenard, and mastic, and cinnamon and pepper. And from there I went over to the summits of all these mountains, far towards the east of the earth. So this is beyond the edge of the earth, from the east of the earth, and passed above the Erythraean Sea, and went far from it, and passed over the angel Zoltiel. So there's an angel Zoltiel here. And I came to the garden of righteousness, the garden. I came to the garden of righteousness, and saw beyond those trees many large trees growing there, and of goodly fragrance, large, very beautiful and glorious trees, and the tree of wisdom, whereof they eat and know great wisdom. And I came to the garden of righteousness, and from afar off trees more numerous than those trees, and great, 2 trees there, very great, beautiful and glorious and magnificent, and the tree of knowledge, whose holy fruit they eat and know great wisdom. That tree is in height like the fir, and its leaves are like those of the carob tree, and its fruit is like the clusters of the vine, very beautiful, and the fragrance of the tree penetrates afar. Then I said, how beautiful is the tree, and how attractive is its look. Then Raphael, the angel Raphael, the holy angel who was with me, answered me and said, this is the tree of wisdom, of which the father old in years and thy aged mother, who were before you, have eaten. And they learnt wisdom, and their eyes were opened, and they knew that they were naked, and they were driven out of the garden. Chapter 33. And from there I went to the ends of the earth, and saw there great beasts, or animals, and each differed from the other. And I saw birds, also differing in appearance and beauty and voice, the one bird differing from the other bird. And to the east of those animals I saw the ends of the earth, whereon the heavens rest, and the portals of the heaven open. And I saw how the stars of heaven come forth, and I counted the portals out of which they proceed, and wrote down all their outlets. Of each individual star, I wrote down about each individual star by itself, according to their number and their names. So, trees, animals, stars. So, according to the number of stars and their names, their course and their positions, and their times and their months, as Uriel, the holy angel who was with me, showed me. He showed all things to me and wrote them down for me. Also the names of the stars he wrote for me, and their laws and their companies. Chapter 34. And from there I went towards the north to the ends of the earth, and I saw a great and glorious device. All right. Hello? Hey, I'm making a video. Oh, it stopped. Okay. Chapter 34. And from there I went towards the north to the ends of the earth, and I saw a great and glorious device at the ends of the whole earth. And there I saw 3 portals of heaven open in the heaven. Through each of them proceeded north winds, whence they blow there is cold, hail, frost, snow, dew, and rain. And out of the one portal they blow for good. When they blow through the other 2 portals, it is with violence and affliction on the earth, and they blow with violence. Chapter 35. And from there I went towards the west to the ends of the earth, and saw there 3 portals of the heaven open, such as I had seen in the east, and the same number of portals and the same number of outlets. And this is the last chapter, chapter 26, the journey to the south. So last chapter. And from there I went to the south to the ends of the earth, and saw there 3 open portals of the heaven. And from there come rain, dew, and wind. And from there I went to the east. Hey, I'm making a video. I'm in the middle of a live. Can I call you right after? All right. All right. All right. All right. Talk to you here in just a bit. All right. All right. And from there I went to the south to the ends of the earth, and saw there 3 open portals of the heavens. And from there come dew, rain, and wind. And from there I went to the east of the ends of the heaven, and saw there the 3 eastern portals of heaven open, and small portals above them. Through each of these small portals pass the stars of heaven, and run their course to the west on the path which is shown to them. And as often as I saw, I blessed always the Lord of glory, and I continued to bless the Lord of glory, who has wrought great and glorious wonders, to show the greatness of his work to the angels and to the spirits and to humans, that they might praise his work and all his creation, that they might see the work of his might and praise the great glory of his hands and bless him forever. And so that is the end of the book, The Watchers, the Book of the Watchers. And that's the first part of the Ethiopian Book of Enoch. So pretty interesting. It starts, I've got this as a playlist on YouTube. So it starts off talking about the fall and of the angels, and this whole process of how that took place according to the Ethiopian Book of Enoch, and ends with a vision of, well, these spiritual places. And then next time we're going to pick up with the Book of Parables. The Book of Parables is the second part of the first Book of Enoch, the Ethiopian Book of Enoch. So in reading these, I'm not saying that it's literally true. I'm not saying that, I'm just reading this because a lot of people talk about the books of Enoch. So I thought it would be a good supplemental reading with all of this. So that is it. And then we will pick up next time with the Book of Parables. So that was just the Book of the Watchers that we finished, all part of the Ethiopian Book of Enoch. So just a little bit of reading today, and I'm going to keep having some videos coming out for y'all. And thank you, everyone. And then I want to thank my supporters on Patreon. I want to be sure and thank everyone that supports my channel on Patreon. It's $10 a month. It's like buying me a cup of coffee once a month if you want to, and I'll put more private videos on there as well. So thank you for my Patreons. If anyone wants to subscribe to my Patreon, support my channel, there's a link. And then, yep. So that's it for today. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate all of you very much, and I will see y'all in the next video. Hope everyone's having a great day, y'all.